Oh my god, guys, I'm here in Hokkaido in a random town called Engaru. So, if you guys have actually watched the vlog already where I show you the top 5 flower fields in Hokkaido, well, this is the part 2 where you've graduated from the more popular touristy ones. And this one in Engaru, it's a really massive park. It's free entrance. And the main flower that you see here behind me is the Shibazakura. That's actually one word. This is just one of the many patches that you will find the Shibazakura. Here in now it's spring. But this park, actually, its main spectacle, I would say, the one that they really promote it for, is the flower called Cosmos. I don't actually know what the Cosmos flower here, so I'm actually showing it now on the screen. And that fully blooms in summer, in August. But because it's end of May right now, I believe this is the spring offering. This place is so big, you see another patch right there. And if you take a look at the trees, like if you take it from a certain angle, you would even think like, oh, is it autumn? Is it? And I don't know if you can see all those trees there in the back. It's like a vibrant orange. It's incredible with pinks and greens. It's great. It's really nice, which just goes to show, like, I wonder what this looks like in the winter. I wonder what this cosmos looks like. Really full bloom. If this is already full bloom for just one flower that isn't even their main spectacle, imagine what this is like in the summer. So Hokkaido has so many flower fields to offer, and this is just one of them. In Holland, although I'm in another location that's also an H. I'm here in Hokkaido, and I'm here in the town called Mombetsu for this beautiful tulip park. Incredible. Little fun fact for you. Tulips aren't actually from Holland, and I know I'm going to get some violent objections about that. Tulips are actually from Turkey. So there's a Turkish word, I think it's turvent. It actually means turban. That's why if you take a look at a tulip, it kind of looks like a turban that you wear in your head, right? And so they're also called bulbs because in a way they kind of look like a light bulb. So now you know. Tulips, Turkish. There. However, when it comes to Japan, it was actually imported from France, I think in around 1634. Okay, so fast forward to 1950s. So this land over here, you might be thinking, how in the world did this become like a tulip park? Well, it was not an easy road, so to speak. So there was a group of soldiers, and the government had actually given them a plot of land, around like 4 hectares. So the agricultural sector of the government then in around 1957 thought, you know what, why don't we help out the farmers? Let's grow something, let's cultivate something so that they actually have a source of income. So they decided on asparagus and tulips. Now we're gonna get back to Netherlands, and they actually imported 60,500 tulip bulbs and 22 varieties. So it started with that in 1957, and then 4 years later, voila, it did so well because they had this motto was, let's dream with tulips. So in fact, this place, Mombetsu, even became like, yeah, the biggest exporter of tulips or producers here in Hokkaido. So 4 years later, from 1956, it only took them about 4 years to start exporting these tulips, you know, to Seattle, to Vancouver, to San Francisco. Really impressive. So, you know, when you start from that motto, let's dream with tulips, really, it really is like tulip dreams do come true. So it truly blossomed, so to speak, and flourished. And then, of course, as they say, some dreams, they fade, they die, or they wilt. Because the decline or the demand for tulips had begun to like slump down, guess what happened? Just like any gardening committee, the senior citizens of this town come to the rescue. Yes. So there was literally the seniors of this town decided, you know what, even if our tulips are not in demand now, or it's a lot more expensive to export them all over the world, we love them and we're going to continue to cultivate them. So they would plant a lot of it in their gardens and their own yards. And, you know, still that agricultural sector, that guy who used to head it, and even if he was retired, he's like, yes, let's continue to do that. So this is what happened. It started off with their own backyards, and then it became like a garden, and then it became a park, and then now, people, it is now a tulip fair. Isn't that amazing? So if it started off with 60,500 bulbs and 22 varieties, today there's about 700,000 bulbs of tulips. But what's more impressive is from that 4.4 hectares of land, it's now 12.5. That was like a lot of numbers, guys, a lot. Okay, there is like a platform, and you can see all around. Oh, just stunning. Look at that. Amazing. Do you see this? You can actually put your phone here so that you can actually take selfies of yourself. Incredible. I like the name of the breeds that they actually have. Like some of the breeds that I can see. There's this dark one here, it's called Black Fusion. And then those yellow ones there, it's actually called Gold Rush. And then those pink ones, if you can see, it's actually called Pink Magic. So I love that the name of the breeds that they have, whoever names it, it's easy to remember because it probably reminds them of a certain color, a certain cartoon or whatnot. So yeah, very nice. If only the sun wanted to come out and play. We finally made it to our Shibazakura. These are all the lovely flowers that you see, and what makes it spectacular is, you know, it's not like they just all grew like this in one hill. You know, this is man-made, so they actually planted all these tiny flowers so that from afar it's just one carpet of lilac, purples, pinks, mauves, every color of blush that you can think of against a hill. Really pretty. Just take a look at like how small those people are against the flowers. Isn't that amazing? Then there's of course these little walkways that you can go on, take photos. It's just yeah, very nice. It's just a shame that it's only 3:15 p.m., 3:30, and it's really gloomy, and you can't really see the vibrancy of these colors. But that's not to say to think it's gloomy and it's still so fuchsia and pink. Beautiful. Okay, so I sucked it up. I realized I'm never coming back here again, most likely. It may be gloomy, not such a sunny day, but I decided I might as well be the sunshine to the story, right? Gotta always take the sunshine with you wherever you go. So I think that's it for me from Takinoue. Such a random, beautiful town. So random yet so intentional with this Shibazakura field, and in the middle of nowhere, but will always be a memory that I'll have from Japan. So I'm Bianca Valerio until our next Japan destination. From Takinoue, bye everyone.